Husqvarna, a Swedish origin, started making motorized bicycles in 1903. They have their two prominent models in the international market, the Svartpilen and the Pillion, available in two engine sizes, 701 and 401. In India, they stepped under the KTM division with their quarter-liter engines, and today we have the Svartpilen 250 with us. Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. I am Abhinav Bhatnagar and as we all know, this is the Svartpilen 250. Special thanks to KTM Baner for providing us this bike for this review. You can visit their dealership without any worry because they will keep your safety in mind. They are sanitizing all the bikes inside the showroom as well as the bikes available for test rides. And before we begin with the review, if you are new to the channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and ring that bell so you never miss an update from Rev Explorers. You can also go ahead and check out our Instagram, Facebook and Twitter pages. We would love to have a chat with you. So, shall we begin? The Huskies are bringing a brand new design language to India, and the Svartpilen 250 is a Scrambler inspired design. So in the front you have this round headlamp setup where you have two DRLs in semicircle, Husqvarna written in the center, and LED headlights for high beam and the low beam. Along with that are the LED turn indicators and upside down forks by WP. So both the Husqvarna carry multiple traits from its sister concern Duke 250, like this 110/70 radial tire which is MRF revs, but on the Svartpilen, as it is a Scrambler inspired design, you get dual sport tire. So it is a MRF revs FD in the front, mounted on a 17-inch black color alloy wheel. This bike gets a dual channel ABS and the front disc brake size is 320 mm. Do you know what Svartpilen means? I'll tell you. It means black arrow, and that is why this bike is available in just one color, that is black. And if you see the design from the tail to the tank, it is in a shape of an arrow. This bike is an urban commuter. Why I say so is because it gets a 9.5 liter fuel tank, which is fairly small in size. Along with that, if you notice closely, it has an angular shaped fuel tank, and on the fuel tank is a top rack, which is not available in the Pillion. The bike gets a claimed fuel efficiency of somewhere around 30 to 32 kmpl depending upon how you are riding it, and it is powered by the same 248cc DOHC 4-valve engine which we have already seen in the Duke 250. The engine is liquid cooled and gets a 6-speed gearbox. So the engine is same and hence the performance figures are same. That is why this engine delivers a maximum power of 30 PS at 9000 rpm and a peak torque of 24 Nm at 7500 rpm. And as you can all see, this bike also sits on a split steel trellis frame and weighs 154 kgs. Now this is the dry weight of the Husqvarna Svartpilen. The ground clearance of the Svartpilen is 145 mm, which is slightly on a lower side. And this is because of the catcon fitted below the engine. Also, as KTM has redesigned its exhaust pipe, now it comes from the front instead of coming from the back. And that is why the ground clearance has gone down. And as the ground clearance is fairly low, Husqvarna has fitted a bash plate to protect the engine as well as the catcon. Now the Svartpilen gets a split seat, but it is not a step-up seat. And the best thing about this seat is that it is very comfortable. Adding to this comfort is a 7-way adjustable WP monoshock in the rear, and just like the Duke 250, in the Svartpilen you get to see a side-hung single barrel exhaust. Let's check out how it sounds. The rear tire is of the section 150/60, and this is also a radial tire and it is a dual sport tire. So it is MRF revs-D. Along with that, you have a 230 mm disc brake in the rear with biber calipers. And as I already said, this is a dual channel ABS setup which is switchable. So at any point of time, you can switch it to supermoto mode. On the rear end, you have the LED tail light and LED turn indicators. The number plate is mounted on the mud hugger. So now let's hop on to the saddle. So as I already said, the seat is very comfortable. The saddle height of the bike is 835 mm, so it is slightly inclined towards taller riders, but if you are 5'5" and above, you can easily ride this bike. Now let's check out the instrument cluster of the Svartpilen 250. Complementing the round headlight is a round instrument cluster, and this instrument cluster is completely digital. So you have the digital tachometer, digital speedometer, gear position indicator, and this is a multi-information display like ABS failures or any other information like tight sand is down is displayed over here, along with your average fuel efficiency. On the lower left side is the engine temperature gauge. On the lower right side is the fuel gauge. Along with that, there are multiple indicators on the top. So you have the turn indicator, engine malfunction indicator, neutral indicator, high beam indicator, ABS indicator, immobilizer indicator. Coming to the handlebars, these are motocross style handlebars. The only thing that I noticed about these handlebars is this welding. I didn't really like the finish of these. The complete bike is so premium and gets wonderful finish, but then this happens. So it does not really look good. Anyways, coming to the right hand side, you have the kill switch and the single touch self start button. On the left hand side, you have the pass switch, the headlight control, the turn indicator control and the horn. And it is a single tone horn. So shall we take it on a ride? By the way, I have to tell you one more thing. The rear view mirrors on this bike are really good. You can see everything behind you. Also, they complement the round design of the bike. Now, before we take it on a ride, can any one of you tell me why this one has a blue wrapping and this one has a white wrapping? You can put your answers in the comment section below. So, let's go. And before we do that, don't forget to wear your helmet and follow all road safety rules. Swedish have made this motorcycle design very minimalistic, which helps keep the weight of this motorcycle low. As it is a scrambled inspired design, it is very comfortable. It gets wide raised motocross style handlebars, rear set foot pegs and an upright sitting posture. That means there is no stress on your palms, back or your shoulders. And this bike is very easy to maneuver because of its light weight. The best thing is with its dual profile tires, you can also take it on rough or off roads and it doesn't lose the grip. The only challenge in front of you on off roads is the low set ground clearance and you might end up bumping the bike. The bike is very comfortable for cruising and touring, but Husqvarna has designed it as an urban conqueror, which means you will have to top up fuel every 200 kilometers, which is too frequent if you are planning to go the distance. The fun starts when you start the motorcycle. The bike feels more powerful and punchy than its Austrian sibling. The reason is lower weight, increasing the power to weight ratio for this bike. The engine is as smooth as on the Duke 250, slight vibrations on the top rev range, but that is more of a character than an issue. The bike progresses very linearly in the initial rev range. The mid-range is the real punch and then it runs very fast to the top and into the next gear. The engine is very smooth and refined. Good punchy motor promising you all the fun on long stretches. The passing speed is also good between the top gears so that you have no troubles while overtaking. I have no complaints with this motor. It is a perfect balance between the two worlds. You get good power, the kind of which is required for Indian roads, along with a decent fuel efficiency. The motorcycle gets a slipper clutch, making every transition smooth, even when you shift the gears aggressively. The 6-speed gearbox is slick and precise. It clicks every time you engage and the shifts are effortless. I just love the smoothness of the gearbox and the clutch, because when you are stuck in traffic, it comes handy. After all, this is a bike for the urban jungle. I remember that there was a wise advertisement which once said, roads are filled with idiots, and I would like to add that they are filled with potholes as well. To help dodge all this, we need good brakes, and well, here they are. The brakes have a good bite and feedback. The front one is really amazing, inspiring such confidence that you won't doubt before engaging the 6th gear. They are that good. The tuning of suspensions is done in such a way that it supports its dual profile, giving you a good control over the tarmac as well as off-roads. The suspensions initially damp the bumps and provide you a stiff setup overall. They give you a good feedback, good enough to take this bike into the corners. But you won't be able to take the complete benefit of it, because unlike the width Pillion, this one gets dual profile tires. But look on the brighter side, the bike doesn't slip an inch on the loose gravel. That is a real take from the Svartpilen 250. This bike is fun to ride and comfortable as well. I like its minimalistic design, and I can agree to the fact that the less weight helps in agility and better control over the motorcycle. This design is definitely a head turner because it is very unique. However, exposed wires and the rough weld finishes which could attract rusting are the few things that could be improved on this bike, and definitely a taller ground clearance so that we can have fun on the off-roads as well. Our ride with the Svartpilen 250 has come to an end. It is an amazing bike to ride, just like the Duke 250. And the best part is it has a unique, bold design which you have never seen before in India. Other than that, I have to say just one more thing, that there are slight vibrations on the foot pegs. So if you like the design language of the Husqvarna Svartpilen 250, you can get it at your home at just rupees 1.84 lakhs ex-showroom Delhi. And yes, you are right, it is cheaper than the Duke 250. With that said, our review has come to an end. I hope you did like this video. You have given it a thumbs up. And if you are new to the channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and ring that bell so you never miss an update from Rev Explorers. If you have any doubts or any queries, you can leave it in the comment section below, or you can directly get in touch with us on our Instagram, Facebook and Twitter pages. We would love to discuss your queries and definitely sort them out as soon as possible. We'll see you again in the next video. Till that time, stay home and stay safe. Bye bye.